well, let's make a start to things, I guess. I can't quite remember what I was doing last time in Hollow Knight. I think I'd done some of the Colosseum stuff. I'd gotten the last of the main story bosses, got like the King's Sigil. That's about all I remember. Oh, thank you for following, very much appreciate it. I'm going to show you the game in just a second, just trying to remember what I was doing last time. Yeah, thank you very much for following. Now, is the game going to capture properly? It should. I'm just going to make certain. Yes, there we go. Anyway, let's get into this. Hello, I believe you are new, so if you do want me to go over anything I've been doing, do let me know. I'm assuming you have a rough idea of what Hollow Knight is, but I'm happy to go over what it is if you don't know. Now I'm in the game, I remember. So what I was doing last time is I was just going around some of the areas trying to wrap up some of the stuff which I hadn't quite gotten finished. So what I'm going to go do is try and get myself into, is it the Queen's Gardens? I think they are? I can't quite remember the name. But I should be able to look at the name, shouldn't I? Just go into here. Let's see. Yeah, Queen's Gardens. Just below Green Path. Can you tell me hints for the Mantis? Hello John, hello Scotman. LOTD, what does LOTD mean? I'm confused, I'm sorry, I don't know many abbreviations. I'm assuming you want to deal with the Mantis Lords or something? Is that about correct? That sounds like to be about correct. Dream Shield is great for Mantis Lords. You know the projectiles they chuck out? If you have Dream Shield, little boomerang projectiles, they no longer actually just keep on going. Hit it with your Dream Shield once and it gets destroyed. The Dream Shield, however, doesn't get destroyed. So yeah, it really does help you deal with them, at least in my experience. Like, Dream Shield is by far one of the most underrated things in this game. Like, I don't know why people rank it so lowly as a charm. It really is an amazing thing. So I was playing Hollow Knight on Discord and got confused. I mean, don't be confused. It's Hollow Knight. It's a good game. I'm wanting to try and do an extra stream every week, at least a moment. Things are a bit in the air with my personal life, but I do want to try and do some more stuff. Yeah, this is the warrior dream. Let's just fight them. I don't need to talk. They'll just murder you. That's fine. Where'd you go? You're up above. You're rather ominous sounding with your singing. I mean, nice song and all. What exactly are you doing, though? This is weird. Maybe I should have talked to him first, this would make more sense. This is all just very ominous seeming. Not particularly difficult, though. They get a second phase? They must. Because, I mean, I'm just jumping around the place currently. I mean, I'll heal up a bit, might as well. You know, heal up a little more, because I took a hit. You know what, maybe that wasn't the best place to heal. I mean, it's a bit late to be thinking that, isn't it? Yeah, there we go, I guess. What do you have to say? One by one, their eyes closed at last. I felt it, a warm stillness falling over us. What charms for Hollow Knight? I'll show you mine if you want in a second. I'm sorry I was frightened of you. You're always protecting us, even when we couldn't see you. Take us there, please. A place where light cannot haunt us. A place without dreams, please. Yeah, my charms that I'm using. Dream Shield, definite thing I want to use. I love the Dream Shield. It's by far my favourite charm, despite a lot of people not liking it. Apart from that, I currently have Mark of Pride, so I can attack things from slightly further away, and Quick Slash, so I can attack slightly faster. It doesn't help too much having both of these, but I mean, it's nice to be able to attack slightly further away. I've got a lot of charms though, which I do also like. For example, Spore Shroom can be very nice to help protect you against like some ads and boss fights. Like the little ghosty people who get spawned in occasionally and stuff. And oh, you want me to sip? That's fine. Against Mantis Lords, what would be good? And at that point, Dream Shield I had and found very useful. And, oh, hello Fuke. Just coming in to put points towards Fanboy Friday. Lovely. Yeah, Dream Shield definitely helps. Possibly if you're struggling in terms of just taking them down in general. I found Glowing Wound to come in useful. It's a bit hidden away, but if you do have it, any extra soul you have will spawn little things to attack them. That little bit extra damage does help you out. It does mean you don't have as good a chance to heal, but Mantis Lords don't really give you a chance to heal. They're very quick, they don't really give up at any point. And if you mix that with the Defender's Crest if you have at that point, which I think I did, then they deal maybe more damage? They're different, I don't know if it's more damage, but they're different. Yeah, I think that is roughly what I had when I thought of them. Defender's Crest, Glowing Wound, Dream Shield. I want to say that's what I had. I can't think what else I would have had charm-wise during that fight. But yeah, that might help you out. I'm not going to say it's a win-all thing, but with Dream Shield blocking their projectiles entirely, it really does come in handy. And being able to just say no to them as they're attacking you, like, it's a lot more useful than you might give it credit. Yeah, Glowing Wound, it doesn't really have much power. It's honestly a pretty terrible charm as far as they go. I tried to redeem it in some way, but no, it's just terrible. Although, that being said, it does occasionally have a place. Have I gone too far down? I think I might have. I think I want to go out here? Where am I? Live guy in Ludwig video. I am, yes, I'm the one who was in a maze dress. Gave a little twirl, I believe. Now, I am in a new area. Good. I'm glad I've got the right direction to be going. Thanks to power-ups, it seems I can skip what would otherwise be some parkour. Because I know it's not parkour. I'm going to annoy Secker by calling it that. He wants to call it platforming. Yeah, this is already looking like the new area I was hoping to get to. Yeah, this is promising. From here, I believe I want to go up. Wrong button. Map. Yes, I should be up around that sort of an area if you look to the middle of my screen. It's new tank, is it? Alright. I didn't recognise any username. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. You doing fine? It's been a while, hasn't it? I can't remember the last time I actually had a chat with you in a stream. I hope you're doing well. I mean, you're having to put up with John, so it can't be the easiest, but I mean, I'm sure it could be a lot worse. I'm sorry, John, just chucking you under a bus like that. You're doing well, are you? Good to hear. And I am just brilliant at platforming, as you can tell. It's fine. I don't need to be good at platforming. This isn't a platforming game. It's a game about fighting bugs as a bug. Or maybe not a bug, it's hard to tell. I think I'm a bug of some kind. Possibly an insect, I don't know what the difference is in their classification or whatever. But I don't want to be like bug racist or anything like that. Open up that way out. Just in case I die, saves me a bit of parkour. We get a screaming face. Oh, screaming face? What exactly are you? Howling Wraiths. Tap B while holding up. Okay, it's a new attack. What do you have to think? Hear me. I'm a demigod character, am I? Okay. I'm some kind of embodiment of a god, pretty much. Or just a normal person who's been given powers by some kind of deity. Got it. Got it. As well. Perfect. I do love the sound of things. Yeah, just drinking more water to keep myself hydrated and all that. Because I don't do the best of jobs keeping myself hydrated, I won't lie to you. Think I'm a beetle, do you? Well, I could be any kind of thing, honestly. I really have no idea what my character is. I like to think I'm a decent kind of person, though, whatever I turn out to be. Where am I? This is going back where I came from. Don't go that way. Get more sound alerts. I love the sound alerts. I'm so happy people have started using them again. But I can't get into there. My only real issue. How am I supposed to get through this area? I mean, up, I guess? But up just leads me down. All your points go to Femboy Friday, do they, John? How lovely for me. Yeah, apparently, I'm going about this wrong, and I'm still in Fog Canyon, apparently. If I'm in Fog Canyon, I need to, from here, go down to the right, down a little bit, then to the left. Got it. When's next game night? It will be this... No, not this next Sunday. Sunday after, I think. First Sunday of every month is when I try and do it. So you should be able to keep track of it by that, although... let me check the date, you know, quickly. It's fine, I can't think off the top of my head when it would be. The 6th of February. There you go. That's an exact date for you. Went to donate blood today, gave you free juice. Was just really free, or did you pay for it with your blood? I mean, do they give that juice to anyone who comes by? The answer is no, then you paid for it with your blood. Now, essence anyway. It's not quite a transaction, it's just you gave your blood so they gave you juice. Seems like a bad deal, so pay for that juice. Where did all the money come from? Look, I want a blood-based economy, that sounds brilliant. It's like one of the D&D world building ideas I've always had of some kind of city governed by like vampires or something. And then if you want to make a living so they get to keep people who aren't able to get jobs from being too poor, if you want to keep living through that, just donate your blood to some kind of blood bank, I guess. And then, there you go. You get paid for that. Vampires don't have to drink from people. It's a decent idea, I feel, for some kind of D&D world building thing. Never used it. Don't think I ever will get around to it. Turned down once and didn't get the juice. So the juice isn't free then, Sekiro, is what you're saying. You paid for that juice with your blood. Which, I mean, I'd say is a worthwhile deal. I mean, my blood's not worth much to me. As long as they're not taking enough to be of any detriment. Like, I get that back for free. Joke's on them. But, I mean, that is entirely up to you. I don't place a lot of value on my blood. Because I can just create more with my body. I assume that's something everyone can do. I'm not some kind of mutant or that. That'd be a bit concerning, wouldn't it? Even more concerning if you keep trying to take people's blood and people don't get it back. Why can't I go over here? This feels off. I feel I should be able to do something through here. Can't do anything there, alright. I guess you need to drink the blood to see if it's as good as a juice. I mean, yeah. I'll need to see if it's a worthwhile trade. It does depend on what value you place in your own blood, though. Like I say, I don't place a lot on it myself for my own blood. I'd rather have the juice. Just don't take all of my blood, just take an amount which isn't going to severely impact me or anything. Tiny warrior. When you too come to test yourself against that traitorous tribe. Deadly bunch we are, that roost within these glades. I'd once have stayed well clear of him, but your actions have shown me the truth of it. We must face down our fears, or be defeated by them. We both make it through, and swap stories of our adventures. I'd look forward to that. Love you, Cloth. You're a lovely character. Stay alive, friend. Whatever you seek in here, I'm sure the tribe won't look lightly on our intrusion. Isn't how lucky you were in the blood lottery. I mean, yeah, blood type. Like, some blood types are supposed to be better than others. I don't think better tasting though. I think just generally better for giving to other people. So, I mean, even if I was a good blood type, I mean, other people could place more value on my blood. Would I necessarily place more value on it? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I really am thankful we're not in some kind of blood-based economy. That'd be a weird kind of scenario. I also got a fighting area. This is completely fine. I've got my dream shield. My dream shield protects me. Just you watch. See? Protected. Only took one hit, and that's because I jumped into the guy's projectile. So, cartographer apparently existed up here once upon a time. Blood types are not a lottery, or defined by your parents. It's your parents' fault. They just get to choose it at birth. Is that what happens? It's like, I want my child to be B positive blood, is that possible? Or is that not how it works? 'Cause I don't know if it's exactly chosen. This is just the most intriguing place, so many discoveries waiting to be made. We're about to set off ourselves, but we can't seem to agree on which way to head. It led to something of an argument between us. We should really stop squabbling about such petty things. I'm not gonna go desecrate a grave. Yeah, Mr. Cartographer has left, but I get a bench. So where have I been in here? Okay, that's where I've been in here. I need to go down. Got it. Depending on your type, you can try and influence the type of your kids. Okay. It's like selective breeding for blood, if you want. It's not anything that's necessarily enforced in any capacity. Sounds peculiar. I won't lie, it sounds very worrying. You're selectively breeding for a certain type of blood. I mean, sure. You're an A+, in theory you can get a child that's AB positive. Alright. I mean, I don't know much about blood types, I don't know my own. All I know is I have blood, it's red. That's good enough for me. If my blood wasn't red, I'd be a bit worrying. Not too worrying, but it'd be also quite cool in its own regard. Quite a fancy party trick to just show off your veins and have them be like green or something. I mean, I know they're already blue because of what I think is oxygenation. Oxygenization? Is that a word? I think I got a word. But yeah, I don't know if that's entirely true. The whole your blood is blue when it's not got oxygen it's carrying. I'm not a bloodologist, as they say. It's not a job, by the way. I'm making up words there. Like people, yeah. I mean, being able to take from anyone, but only give to the same blood type's not great. And O positive, which is the opposite, you can only receive O positive. But you can give to anyone. I think that's it, isn't it? Again, not certain, I don't know a lot about blood. Also, this is apparently a secret area that I'm in. You got mixed up, did you, John? Alright. I mean, I know it's one of the O's. That's all I know. The O's are your fancy blood types. They're like your cherry coke of cokes. Or something like that, I don't know. I'm speaking nonsense, just ignore me, you know? That's just a good bit of advice for my streams in general. Just ignore me. It's not a secret wall, there's definitely something to the side there, there has to be. Can I not go to the side? Negative will only get from O negative, O positive and get from both. You know, I'll believe what you're saying. Again, I'm hardly an expert in blood or anything. So I've not really got any space to debate it. What are we doing down in Deepnest territory? Why are we in Deepnest? What have we done to deserve to come back here? I was just exploring. Oh no. I know where I am. Hello. Yeah, I've spoken to you before. I believe I've read your dreams. Yeah, stuff about faces and the worm. Okay, no, I'm not bothered enough to read about bloods. I'm not gonna remember any of it. Yeah, women's O negative, baby, some other with O negative, her immune system might murder her baby or herself. Okay, I didn't know that bit. That's a bit worrying. 1-7 people have O negative. You strike down magic. And the Masked Man. Alright. Back to Masked Man it is. Mr. Masked Man, make me a mask, as the song goes. It doesn't look like the floor's gonna break, but sure. Never takes mantle of king, begin responsibility that shall bestow. No bug has ever laid claim to this whole. Even the beasts knew their limits, and bound the realm at Nest's edge. Is this the ancient caste that made attempt at such vast rule? Halness ruin reflects well those failed attempts. What happened to Sizewell? Okay, what if I do... Not that. I want to do
Cego.
tower,
Yo so que fa.
like,
Yo so que
magic.
fa.
No.
Yo so que fa. Yo so que fa. Mele mele mele. Cara cara wele.
So I can just break for mask with this.
Na me
Can I?
chulo.
Doesn't seem to be working. I'll leave him be. I'll leave him be. I want to save a bit of my, like, soul juice. But I mean, that's an interesting thing. That's something I never have done myself. So there's nothing telling you to just use your down magic on them. So I mean, it's weird. It's nice that it has a little Easter egg kind of thing. But why would you ever find that out? Why would you just try and murder an NPC in a game like this? Next time I go back, masks will be different. Alright. That makes a bit more sense. Yeah, for now, we're gonna continue moving along. Or we can do this. Get a nice bench. Those bugs out there. I've murdered one of them before. That was good. Let's get music. Lovely. Yeah, where do I go exactly then? That bench is just like a side room. Okay, so go along here. I need to go up. There we go. Now we're in a new area. An area where I can hear some caterpillar grub in the ceiling. Gotta be careful and look for him. Although apparently I have to fight this lad first. I fought you before in the Colosseum. You're not too bad. Just murder him. There we go. Just murder that guy. There we are. Heal up a bit. Get him. Plenty of damage. Another guy comes out of the ground. I've been hit by a little bush fellow. There we are. This is getting a bit frustrating. With all these corpses on the ground, I should really smash some of them up. All the spiky ones anyway. Or, never mind. I guess that was it. I still will smash some of the corpses though. There we are. Got to tidy up after yourself, you know. More importantly though, where is this caterpillar? Is it through this way? Is all that I've done been done to get a caterpillar? That seems like a wall I can go through, yeah. There was a path up, so maybe not all in vain. We have a stag station nearby. Okay, let's go unlock that very quickly. Should be through here, I'd imagine? No, it's not through here, although this does open up some new stuff. I will need to return any moment. Where is that stag station? It's not in here, is it? No, that's not a stag station. Is it through the door, like midway down here? It looks like a dangerous stag station if it is one. I have a feeling I'm not going towards a stag station. I found this though. Hello. Here sleeps a traitor's child. Okay. Can't like break open the grave. Is that where you like do something later? I don't know, when you get an item, I'm guessing. I'm a bit confused. Okay, that's apparently a stag station inside that wall. Thought maybe I'd try going into the wall, but no, that doesn't work. It's like the vegetation's covered the stag station entrance. Going to find another way in. Yeah, I thought that could have been the case. I'll need to be a way in from above though, if it's going to be a way in, I'd imagine. Or is it a way in through here somehow? No, that is just vegetation. Alright, two ways to go. We've got left and right from the top of this area. I'm gonna go right first, because I've been through the lower half of this area. So what's in the upper part? And what looks like a lot of parkour. Or platforming, as some would call it. Wrongly. Sorry, second, I don't want to not call it parkour. Give it a chance, I want to be able to say parkour. Let me just cheat. I don't need to do this, like, with any sense of morality. I'm happy to cheat at that. Also, I will go through to left. Or not. It's immediately stops me. You know what? Fair enough, game. Fair enough. But I should be a bit more patient as well, shouldn't I? I shouldn't just jump into spikes. You're ignoring me. As you should, Sekiro. As you should. You don't need to pay any mind to my ramblings. Okay, that window's breakable. Kinda want to just go up here now. It really wants me to do this. What's going to be up here? Is it going to be worth it? Caterpillar. Caterpillar is up there. Okay, I can do this for Caterpillar. That's fine. Need to avoid them apparently, or I'll take 2 hearts of damage. This is fine though. Just make my way up. Okay, apparently it's not fine. I was slightly too low down in that wall. I'm just not good at this whole parkour thing. Can you cancel this once you have it started? Can't, no. I thought it was too high. I think I might have been fine. I'm gonna regret doing this on 2 mask bits. Okay, go up here. And no, I don't know how you're supposed to reasonably do that. I'm just gonna keep on going. I'll get some healing. If I can. Is this where I think it is? It is here. This isn't a place where I can get healing. I mean, I've opened up a shortcut. Hooray. And I can do this. Well, guess we're going through this area now. Take my way back along the bottom, so that's fine. And I tried to hit him. I shouldn't have. That's fine enough though. I know where to go. It's entirely doable. Backtrack slightly. Just ignore him. I know where to go. Look, I thought I had longer reach than I did, Sekiro. Alright? It's fine though. It's fine. I just want to get a bit of healing juice is all. Just ignore the fact that I got myself brutally murdered by a little shrubbery. Okay. Let's go get shade first, I reckon. That's probably a sensible thing to do. Didn't have a lot of money. But I did have money. It's a lot of parkour I need to be doing, isn't it? Platforming, I know. But I'm not calling it platforming. I've already been over this. Ignore them for the most part, it's fine. Maybe get him, like him in particular. Heal a little bit, there we are. Through here, and I get my shoes. Let's collect some dream orb things. I never quite understood the dream orbs. But we'll collect them nonetheless. A lot of these. Feeling though it's set up so I'm able to collect them like this. I think that's how you're meant to reasonably do this, as opposed to just jumping over the guy. This seems like a much more sensible way to do it, at least. So I know you're meant to earlier on just jump over the guys, just use your nail to pogo them. But no, this seems easier. It seems like cheating, but it does seem easier. So yeah, what you're supposed to do is just jump off of them like that. Like, arguably, that's also quite easy. Maybe I should just do that instead. Yeah, that saved me a bit of time. I know the water doesn't hurt me. I still feel I should treat the parkour right. You know? Greenkin lost, pass overgrown, dream forgotten. How much was that soul juice wise? 1,600. I don't remember how much I needed. I think it was like 1,500 for the next one. So I might be mildly overshooting this in terms of like the dream orbs. Also, this area is annoying for Caterpillar. Why couldn't you have picked a nicer spot to get trapped? Okay, that didn't work. Keep trying this. I swear I should be able to cheat it. Or not. This is great. This is great. Why is this single little parkour bit frustrating me so much? I should be able to do this. I know I should be able to. Come on, game. Just let me win for once. But what if I just jumped off the wall? That might actually work if I get the angle a bit better. Okay, I've got 3 mask bits. This is fine. Damn it. Almost got the angle right. Almost. I hate this little area. I don't know why I'm so bad at it. I'm even trying to cheat it. I should stop. I should stop. Just pick some easy fights here. There we go. Got 2 more mask bits. I'm gonna try and do this properly. Okay, I'm gonna do this correctly. Something I should check. No, you can't bounce off of those thorns. They're not like spikes. So I know you can bounce off of some spikes in this game. Okay, we're fine. probably far easier than I ever really gave it credit for. Just waiting for that guy to go down. Should be fine. I went too far. Okay, here's an idea. Dream nail portal. I'm going to do this. I'm going to just jump over them. It's safe in my mind. It's probably not, but it's safe in my mind. Why is a single parkour area just such a pain? Damn it! I swear I'm good at this normally. That's a lie, but I swear. At least I've got a teleport point though, so I get as many attempts as I want. Just little green fellows get in the way so much during this. I got my dream juice back, that's nice. Doesn't matter, because I've lost a bit of health. Okay, go through here. I'm possibly too low down? No, I think it was just fine. Over here. I think what it wants me to possibly do is just use them to get my little jump off. I've made it. Now going back's the easy bit, right? It's not the easy bit. God. Going back's the easy bit, I'll just teleport. I'm fed up, I'm teleporting. Alright? You can't tell me it's not worth spending a single dream piece on. That took way too much time. It's not supposed to be that difficult, I don't think. Let's just go this way. Never mind, you can't go that way. We go back down. Go through all of this. Which seems like it should be tougher. But I mean, it's not tougher. I say, jumping into spikes twice by jumping or whatever. But yeah, just get some soul juice. I'll heal up a little in a second. There we go. That bit's easier, somehow. I feel it shouldn't be easier than what I was doing a second ago. But anyway, new area. Select Jake Dino, go back to the main menu. Send back to the bench and keep my progress. No, I'm not cheating like that. I'll find shortcuts if I can. I'm not going to just straight up cheat. No. That's abusing game mechanics, I guess, if I do that. Okay, just walk through. What have I found? Not anything I can interact with. Okay. Next, just get rid of these. What exactly have I got? Is that way up? No. It's a weird area. Up here we've definitely got something. What have we got? Got things in the wall. Also got a caterpillar. Right, not go in there. That looks relatively important, whatever's in there. Okay. That's fine. What's this little ledge for then? Yeah, I won't question it, I'll just drop down. I want to go up. somehow. How do I get up? And don't say Viagra. It's not what I'm on about. Just charge up my slash for this last one. Or not, he jumped on top of me and it's just interrupted it. The very rude person that they were. This does not seem like a way up to me, though. That looks like a way down. If I get to that bit, is there a hidden wall? Maybe above me? Maybe I go in through the ceiling and I need to go over this side. That's currently my best bet over a hidden wall. But that's not the way up. Hidden wall somewhere then? How would I get up? I mean, hidden wall or ceiling has to be the way to go. I want to second go up there, but it doesn't seem like it. So if that is the case, yeah, hidden wall in this area. Where would you hide a wall here? Have an idea, do you, Secker? What is your idea? I'm hoping it's a good idea. They're telling me to go back up to where that caterpillar was, and there's quite possibly a hidden wall there. I'd say it's possibly more likely in this area having a hidden wall. It's very much more likely, but yeah. No, I know how you get there. I know how you get there. It's through that, like, dark, liquidy wall thing that was above me. That would line up about perfectly. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I know where it is. I need to go. It's something to revisit. Next time I go to the blood place, tell them add new tattoos to turn you down. That can get juice. I mean, sure, if you want, Secker. I don't think it matters too much whether the juice was free or not, though, does it? When you're really that torn up about the idea of the juice not being free. Because, I mean, I don't think it's you paying for the juice, I think it's them paying for your blood, more likely. So you should ask for 2 juice things instead. That'd be my idea. See what happens then. Oh, hello. It's a caterpillar thing. If any of it wasn't, you just want to know. Oh, the Queen. The Queen is coming. I've been waiting so long. Now she's almost here. I feel I'm about to burst. Kept it safe, the sacred garden. Kept it safe for all this time, and soon the Queen will return and teach me to fly. Shall we wait together, stranger? Shall we play together? Choose. I mean, are you planning on just selling your blood? Because you're already selling it for juice, aren't you? Seems like a simple enough boss. Just need to bat him away. Yeah, this is quite simple. It's a bit tough when he delays himself a little. But yeah, this is worryingly easy. There we go. Also, I swear I just heard a Discord alert. But I'm in streamer mode, so I shouldn't. I'm very confused at that. But hello. Oh stranger, you're strong. Much stronger than me. Waiting a long time, stranger. I've been fighting a long time, stranger. I'm very, very tired. Queen will be here soon. I just need to sleep a little. Wait for when the Queen arrives, stranger. Perhaps the Queen will teach us both to fly. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Ah, poor little caterpillar. Like, someone paid money to buy the juice in the first place, yes. Check the written leaf, we all know. But even if they paid for the juice, that's being passed forward doesn't necessarily mean it's a payment. It's a thing. Oh. Hello, Stag Station. What the hell's this all about? Very confused. Apparently I can just go through the wall up here. Alright. Where exactly am I? I don't know where I am. Well, let's talk to this man. Hello. No. Little one, I found it. The stag nest where I was born and raised. Yet to go there again. My duty binds me to travel only to where I am called. Wish to see it yourself? I could take you. None may remain to welcome us, but the nest is still a sight to behold. Give me word and I will take you there at once. Do we go to the stag nest? Currently I'm in Queen's Gardens. I'll have a very quick look what's out to this side. What have I got? Okay, I'm assuming there's a door here before it was locked. Got it. Well, you know what? Let's go to Stag Nest. I've got it unlocked. This man's all happy about it. What did I find? Oh, it's in disarray, isn't it? Being back in my old home. The weight of my long life bearing down on me. Carry it proudly though. Wherever I travel, the memories of my family and my kind come with me. Okay. It's very quiet. Got... oh. A dead stag beetle. Things. Okay. That's a shame. I'd hoped it wouldn't just be a bunch of them dead, surrounded by bells. But I guess that's what it is, at least at the entrance. Assuming that lift here is a way to get the stag beetles up and down. Bigger one anyway. An empty eggshell. Is there a young stag beetle around here? That would be interesting. It's either that or something's been eating them. I'd rather think there's just a young one. Where is this? Howling Cliffs. I think I know where I am. I don't exactly want to jump down. Let's just go. Go down this way. Nothing hidden. If I do this, does that send the lift up? No, that doesn't count as enough weight. Interesting though. Hello, Mr. Stag Beetle, I found a shell. What do you think of my old home, little one? It's full of life once. Stags coming and going, swapping stories of the places they'd been, and the passengers they'd met. For a long time now, sort of myself, but only one remaining, the last stag. Being in a nest, there's something in the air. A smell, or a warmth? A presence, perhaps. Could it be other stags made their way out into the wider world? Yes, I will hold on to that hope. My kin, still alive, still out there, journeying beyond these lands. For me, I could never abandon the stagways, not as long as passengers still need them. Tell you still have important work to do, I'll be your companion as long as my old body still serves. Let's enjoy the old stags of this kingdom together a little longer. Oh. His name's changed. He's the old stag now, yeah. He is an old stag, it's not wrong. Nice little guy. I like him. Back to Queen's Garden though. Before you rang the bell, I'd almost forgotten this station existed. It's not often used by the common bugs, being a well-guarded retreat for our late queen. Even as overgrown as they've become, these gardens are still beautiful after all this time. I'm sure the queen would be happy to know that. Yeah, with where we are, where do we go from here? The only place I can think of is down. That's down through this area. But I don't think this really has much of a down, does it? Can't help but feel I've missed something. Feels like there should be something else here. Not just that. That's nice to find a secret, I guess. But it's not what I'm after. What have I gotten out of this area? If anything. I really don't know. That's it? Guess there's a way down. That lies into the deep nest though. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. Okay, next place to go. Only place I can think of that I currently have not fully explored. Something which I feel I should have a look into at the very least. I got this mark. I remembered seeing it on a door somewhere down here. Or is this the wrong one? This might be the wrong one. No, this is the right one. This is the right one. I saw the threads in the background and thought, wait, is this Deep Nest again? No, it's not. It isn't Deep Nest. This is whatever this place is. I don't know what this place is. Whatever it is, I don't particularly care right now. We have a different area we're wanting to go to, which is down here, down again. Then I believe just in here, right? Yeah, there we go. I knew I recognised that symbol from somewhere, I'm glad I remembered. What exactly did I remember? What have I found? Very dark. Ominous looking. Head down, I guess. Spikes on the wall. Not the most welcoming. Got what looks like money just around the place. Won't say no to some nice geo. Doors opened for the new king. I mean, I guess that is what the symbol means. What is it opened to, though? Is what I'm worried about. A lot of spikes as well. I don't want to go down too quickly. I do want to try and explore this area as I'm going down. Expecting it to just be spikes down that. It's not quite, it's... oh. It's something up there. Oh. Deep blue stone. I see these butterflies. I meant to come back with all the lifeblood I can fill up. Is that what I meant to do? I could find a bench and do that. That's definitely easy enough to do. Probably should have put my dream portal down at the top of this though. I didn't think it'd go quite so far down. Got lots of masks. Possibly actual faces, because I don't know if my thing's a mask, helmet, face or whatnot. I've certainly got something on my head. What am I doing? What am I finding down here? Nothing there, but we do have a platform. I think it's my skull. Do I just have a completely exposed skull? That seems like a mild design flaw for a living creature. Unless it's exoskeleton. If it's an exoskeleton, that does make sense. Got left and right. Don't like the distinct lack of actual music. What is that? What's there? Looks to have eyes. Doesn't look safe or necessarily sanitary. Exoskeletons outside. Yeah, exoskeleton. I'm aware. But I didn't know that was necessarily what this game was going with exoskeletons and everything. And these are shades. Other things similar to me have died here. Or am I one of these things? But I've just found a body. Some kind of hollow body. Almost like I'm a hollow knight of some kind. That seems somewhat likely. Do a fair bit of damage, don't they? I've fallen down. Damn it. But yeah, I think we're starting to figure out what Hollow Knight really is, or our character. So just make my way up. Found. You know the Hollow Knight is not me, it's someone else. I know it's someone else, but if it's hollow, then perhaps there's a reason to it. Because, I mean, these things look like they're after some kind of post, don't they? Because, I mean, they come out to me when I die. I was hollow because I've possessed whatever body it was, something like that. I don't know. Also, I don't think I was supposed to do that. But that light, I'm able to go across this water apparently, which I think would have had a bunch of those tentacly creatures before. Where the hell am I going? This doesn't seem safe, what I'm doing. You know what? Sure. Just go up. Up's probably better than down, right? Got a bath, which I've just decided to sit in. I thought it was a platform at first. I've absorbed the shade cloak. Dash forward. It makes me black. Okay. It lets me bypass damage. Does that let me bypass these barriers I've been seeing about the place? Bet you it does. It's the same kind of black stuff as I'm finding down here, I think. Okay, I've got a new thing to do. here? Well, that's the reason I need to go back to Deep Nest. Okay, Deep Nest, Queen's Garden, Fog Canyon. I don't think we need. That was just a shortcut between areas. Where else can I now go? I only think of 2 places, and it's not places I really want to go. I also got through to this side though. Not exactly what I got through here. I mean, look, the safest. It's a rather foreboding tunnel is what it is. Foreboding tunnel with screaming face. I picked up a screaming face, didn't I? It was this. It was that. Didn't expect this to happen, bro. I mean, hooray! What have I done? Abyss Shriek. Tap while holding up to unleash a shriek. Is this the more powerful version then? Hey! Yeah, Blackwater doesn't like me. That's fine, I don't like it either. That's just mutually accepted at this point. Is that me just done with this? No, we've got the lifeblood thing. Or what I think is a lifeblood thing to do. That's really all there is down here. This. Is that just infinitely respawning? It is. Okay. Here's an idea. I think it got destroyed by the Dream Shield, didn't it? So I want to get it with the Dream Nail. That banish it? Yeah, it's a lot of skulls that I had noticed. That seems to immediately kill it, the Dream Nail. So these are spirits then, is what I'm gathering. Seems spirits are susceptible to Dream Nail. That's how we've gotten rid of, like, warrior spirits, right? I still think I might just be some kind of hollow thing. Maybe not the Hollow Knight. That's a character from in-game Legends. But I am a knight. I am hollow to an extent. So I am a Hollow Knight. But I think that's a reasonable thing to think, isn't it? Even if I'm not the Hollow Knight. Because, I mean, if these are spirits, they need something to then possess. Like when we came across the broken vessel before. Looks similar to me. I'm a vessel for these spirits. We just found a vessel which worked, I guess. I'm not entirely certain of that, but I'm happy enough to go with it. Oh. Ghost, I see you face the place of your birth, and now drape yourself in the substance of its shadow. Place of my birth? Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking I'm possessed by one of these ghosty things. Our strength is born of some other source. That part of you, that crucial emptiness I do not share. Funny then, that such darkness gives me hope. With it, I see the chance of change. Difficult journey you would face, but a choice it can create. Prolong our world's stasis, or face the heart of its infection. Okay. Our beings, yada yada. I've read that before, that's fine. Yeah. That's an interesting place I've just gone to now, come from. A few areas to go to now. And sadly, one of them is Deep Nest. Want to go to Deep Nest. In fact, you know what? I doubt I need any money anytime soon. Let me just go up here. There's that fountain, isn't there, where I can just drop all my money in. It's bound to do something at some point. Right? I've given a lot of money in the past, like 1,500. Let's give it more. Nah, still useless. Cool. At one point that will have a use. Don't know what point. But I guess now is not the time for it. Well, through this way we go. There's definitely a faster way to go through. Hello, Mr. Stag Beetle. Next place I want is... I'm gonna say resting grounds. I think I have enough for Dream Nail. Literally a money sink. Just a place to waste all your money. I mean... Sure. I guess I'll not use it then. That's fine. Got you. I think I've got enough for the nail. Yes, it was 1,500 needed. So close to fully awakening. Continue on your path. Once you've collected 1,800, I'll be waiting. Take this gift. I think I have enough. Not wasted. It's just an actual sink. Okay. Do I not have enough? No, I'm slightly off from what I need. Okay, so just stick your money in. It's a literal money sink. Something does happen if I put nothing. Got it. Okay, next place, while I remember, Queen's Gardens. Got an idea of where I can go through this, and it seemed like somewhere useful. Let's see, from here, go up. Got it. Just make my way up here. Dream Shield doing a good job at protecting me, as usual. One of the best charms in the game. I will not hear otherwise. Should probably also do this, shouldn't I? Just to save a bit of time in backtracking. How do I get enough lifeblood? Does lifeblood stick with you when you fast travel in the Stag Station? If it does, then I might be able to do that thing down in the abyss. And I was correct about this thing. Where it takes me. I had guessed correctly about how you got past it. And it's an arena. You know what? Fair enough. I can do an arena. There we go. One down. Oh! I've got a friend! Hello, Cloth. You helping me out, are you? You didn't manage to quite kill it. Ah, I love you, Cloth. You hate this guy. What, this boss? Because, I mean, he's a big mantis. Doesn't seem too bad just yet. Like, this is going quite well. That's not great. Okay. Can't block his projectiles either. Heal up a bit. Or not. Okay, I can see why you don't like this man. He hits for 2 health. That's the worst kind of boss. Kind that murders you extra well. Okay. We can do this. It's fine. Can you see you must cross the river before you tell? Yeah, I've heard that before, Secker, don't you worry. I'm not gonna tell him he's got bad breath. He does. I won't tell him. Yeah, I'm gonna need to make a dream portal so I can teleport a bit closer to him. That is more than doable though. I can do that. That's one thing I am comfortable with. I mean, making a dream portal is nice and easy, right? Nothing to it, really. God, I don't look forward to having to fight bosses that take more than 1 health off, but I know it's going to become a thing, which is just more regularly happening. But I don't look forward to it. Make my way through, come on. I don't have time to waste. I do. I've got nothing else I'm doing right now. But I don't have time to waste. If I place my thing here, is that doable? Yes. That seems like a good place to leave it. See, my shade's up here. We'll test this. Just in case. Oh, you can place it here. Okay, cool. We've got nice fast travel back to the boss. Oh. Comes Cloth, finishing it off. Love your Cloth. I almost dodged that guy, and apparently they don't attack Cloth at all, which I feel is a bit cruel to me, but alright. It's fine. Doing completely fine here. Don't you worry. We're doing that, and damn that ranged attack. I'm able to do this though. It's not terrible. I'm just terrible. And God, okay. Back off. No, they've got it. That's fine. I really do hate these bosses though that hit you for 2 of your mask health things. They're a real pain. They really are. But at least I'm able to teleport to just next to them. That was very nice. It's annoying though, I can't just jump straight into the fight, I need to fight these guys first. It would be nice to not have to fight these guys. In comes Cloth. Thank you. Appreciate the help. We are on to the boss. I will try and use some of my spells on, I think. Like, I think that would be a reasonable thing to try and do. Like that seems kind of right. Don't know quite how much damage I deal. It does give me iframes. That's nice. Didn't know it did that. Ouch. I need to heal quite badly. And I just walked into him. Just run away. Heal up. Okay, got 2 bits of health there, that lets me survive more hits, or not. I thought I dodged through that, apparently didn't. No! Maybe? Did I beat him? Let's heal up. Oh, Cloth. Cloth! You're one of the few ones I liked. No. Can't be gone. Oh no. Damn it, Cloth, how could you? Fine, fine, we'll leave you be. What is this? Murder of the innocent wildlife. I didn't let her die. I doubt there's a way to save her. You can't guilt me. She valiantly sacrificed herself for maybe not the greater good, but my greater good. This.
Dromenba.
Oh, one arrives. Farret walks to find me. Did it seek my aid? Did Path carry it by chance to so pertinent a place? 'Tis true that you were awaited. No, perhaps that isn't accurate. True, one like you is awaited. I have a gift, held long for one of your kind, half of a whole. When united, greater power is granted. The path ahead, greater power it will need. It does have nice eyes, you're not wrong. You've got a white fragment. Okay.
Merma.
Face the Jinn, their child. She's a fierce foe, strong in mind and body, striking reflection of her mother. Though the two were permitted little time together. Never begrudged the worms God, how do you pronounce that? Valiant as bargain? I don't know that word at all. In fact, I feel some affection for the creature's births. Their paths were ever to align. Imagine you might gain yourself a powerful ally. Access in mind. Then the sails shall break before it splays.
Elare.
Within my roots, weakening a vessel, I plainly feel only two obvious outcomes there are from such a thing. First is inevitable on current course, regression, all minds relinquished to that pernicious plague. Second I find preferable, and would seek your aid in its occurrence. Replacement. Implore you, usurp the vessel. Suppose its strength was ill-judged, was tarnished by an idea instilled, but you're free of such blemishes. You could contain that thing inside. Well. She looks a lot like that person from, like, the resting grounds I found underground a bit. Is that something I need to do?
Dolly ants, Dollins, noun a casual romantic or sexual relationship.
Ah,
Jack was not averse to an occasional dalliance with a pretty girl. Brief.
Princeton, right, I did not know that was what it meant in the slightest. Oh. Okay. Ah, hello. Well now that was something, a true battle of mighty warriors. So intense, so climactic. It's really everything I could have ever hoped for. Thank you for all your help, my friend. For Tiny Bug, you set a valiant example. We'll meet again, I'm sure of it. On my way soon, Nola's waiting for me. I'm done down here, just savouring the moment a little longer. She's waiting for someone. I can't do that. No, I'm sorry. I'm getting rid of her. Simply because if she has someone waiting for her, it's cruel for her to think she's gonna go back to it. That's just cruel leaving her. Okay, next place to go would be... where was it? I think it was... oh, go Deep Nest. That's why I'd forgotten. I need to go to Deep Nest. Oh god. Well, Deep Nest it is. Any chance I can just not go to Deep Nest? I don't want to. I mean, you've given me bits, Seeker, so I feel I need to keep playing. I can't just avoid Deep Nest, but... Deep Nest is not a fun time. Apparently, Cookie is given points to Femboy Friday. Thank you very much, I guess. I shouldn't really be saying thanks entirely, but we're halfway there now. Much like the song by Bon Jovi. Halfway there, living on a prayer. Wait, now I can explore Fog Canyon. I always thought Fog Canyon was just a gate that I couldn't go past, but I could still be on the other side of. Like, I've done Fog Canyon, haven't I? It looks to be finished. I've done Green Path. Howling Cliffs apparently has a stag station I've missed. Or, no, that's not one I've missed. I know where that is though, that's Stag Nest. Crystal Peak, I believe I've finished. Yes, I've finished that. 2 entrances from above, that's just ways down from the very top at Halnest's Crown. Resting Grounds, done. Kingdom's Edge? Looks like I've missed one little bit. The Hive I've missed a little bit as well. And go to Kingdom's Edge. Go back to the Abyss when I get a lot of stuff. I'll let you see the whole map in a second, Seeker. Yeah, down there in the middle of the screen currently is where I need to try and go. I need to make my way there. That had something I can now get to. There's also that spider charm apparently, which I believe you told me of, Seeker. I think that should be about it, right? I can't zoom out any better. This is as good as we're doing. Yeah. Got a lot done. Nothing in Forgotten Crossroads, no? Nothing there. I feel I'm missing a large part here though. Guess I need to figure out what's past the Hive. 'Cause, I mean, there could be more area there. Alright. We've got all the dreams, I could do the black egg now. Before I go back to do more. No, I'm gonna do what I can before I go and beat the boss. I'm gonna do what I can first. Now where currently am I? Because I've mildly gotten lost. I think it's through here for the stag station, right? Yes. And I need to go to the place I don't want to go. We're going to Distant Village. Hooray. I do also love Distant Village. Here, jump down to the bottom, I believe? Because you said the charm is by the, like, maid person who wanted to eat me, didn't you, Seeker? I believe anyway, that's what you said. Back when you told me I'd missed something. It should be just over here, right? Listen to your dream thing. Get out, get out, get out. The point of no return of sorts might want to do it before you accidentally get that and then locked out of this option. Okay. So I should go do the final boss now, then return to the game and do it again. My good friend, you earned that bright mark of relationship when you've met her perhaps. Her who's guarded Mark, the gendered child. Sprightly thing, isn't she? Pale gift to the nest and beast. Fair trade for sacrifice made. Long she's been distant, do our spirits well were she to grace us a visit home. Hee hee. Oh, I'm sorry. Old memories cause my mind to wander on such silly diversions, especially when I'm also famished. She will try and eat. Yeah, no, I can just give her a hit. That does that. She seems to have more to say though. Yeah, if it's down by here, what have I missed for apparently the Weaver song charm? Is it maybe this way? What if I've gone this way? Just a lot of water. Yeah, no, that's all it is. It's just a bunch of water. Unless is it hidden down there? No. She's hungry. I should give her one of her rancid eggs. That'd be sensible. I could give her a Snickers though, because you're not you when you're hungry, like they say. Returns to apologise about before. Matter for matter, my appetite gets the better of me. For now at least, I'm content. You hear about myself? There's not much to say. Servant to Nest, in recent times although few in recent times would seek my service. Our brood has lost that pestilence of the mind. Sad fall for the most intelligent species. But we've eaten, yes, and full. Then again, another little morsel would make me oh so happy. Perfect end to a meal. Go away. Well, I think that's probably about all she's got to say, if I had to guess. Something around here to look for secrets, I'd imagine. I'm just gonna hit the walls a bunch. Where would it be down here? It's a fairly sizable area, is the thing. It's not there. That doesn't do anything. Okay, I know roughly where I am on the map. I feel I've gone too far up now. What is this charm you're on about, Sekur? I'm quite confused. If I go up here, you can see where that goes. It's like bottom left, go up the little passage. This is the right of the two little forks. Or I could go further along to this side. But which one is better? I guess I'll go up this one, see if this takes me anywhere new. Does it? I don't know, I don't remember this area. I do my best to forget it. No, I feel this isn't quite where you're hoping I'd go. I don't know how to get to whatever that charm is, Sekur, I'm sorry. I'll come back to it maybe later. Now I do know where something I want is. I'm gonna make my way over there. Yeah, down and to the right. Is that a guide to finding it? Let me quickly pause, I'll have a look. Let's see. It's there, is it? Okay, I know where that is. That's fine, it's back through the area I went through. Apparently I have missed something up here. That's completely fine. Glad it wasn't any further in. Yeah, that would mean it's probably up here. Is this right? Oh, murdered that guy. Is it past where he was, is my guess. No, I've already been in there. Okay, it's not there. I don't have a compass. I don't have the best idea. Could be up here somewhere. That seems too far though. It's not going to be here, is it? Let's murder him quick. Not cheating, it's improvisation. Yeah, if that's the way up, I know where I am now. Over this way. Head down. I would have thought where I just was a second ago in here would have been the right place, but it might be one level further down. Which confuses me because we've been in here a few times. That wasn't cheating. It was creative use of game mechanics. Look, I've shown I can beat those guys in a fair competition. That's not me abusing stuff to a point where it is actually cheating. Shouldn't it be in here somewhere? This charm? I really feel it should be like this spot exactly. It is. Okay, there's a wall. Got it. That's a weird one to just happen to find. Hera. Is that all you see? Yeah. This feels like a boss arena. I see a charm up above though. Is this it? Weaver song. There we are. If I go down, a bit of dream essence. Very, very nice. This is a tough little bit to go across, isn't it? Am I doing this correct? I'd like to think so. And all I get is a rancid egg for that, quite frankly, ridiculous platforming. Okay, I feel I'm a bit cheated there. But alright. Ah. That guy is up and on the move. I just released someone. No. Yeah, I should at the very least look at what the charm is. Also that white fragment, apparently that is something you can equip. Talking charm containing a song of farewell left by weavers departed summons weaverlings to give lonely bearer some companionship and protection. Alright. That's probably what you were on about, summons little baby spiders for me. I don't know if I want to summon baby spiders. That doesn't sound the most appealing. But I could. I could. Now from here, just head all the way over to the right. Then keep doing that while staying to the bottom, head down when you can. Seems to be what I need to do. Also, did I ever come in here from Mantis Village? I don't think I did. I might be missing some stuff. Yeah, just keep going down. I hate the skittery sounds. I really do. I keep itching myself a lot more in this area, partly because of it, I feel. Yeah, from here I'm about in the right spot. Have a quick rest in case something wants to murder me quite viciously, which is a definite possibility in this game. Vicious murder of me is a definite possibility. As much as I prefer it not to be. Yeah, down here I believe it was. Am I right? Yes, I'm right. What did I find through here? Okay, I can go through these guys. Okay. I can see what I'm meant to do. I don't like it. Reaver Song goes well with Grub Sword, does it? Do they synergise together? Or is it just a good combination? So if they synergise, then yeah, definitely I would give it a go. I'm always up for finding synergies. What is this? Sharp Shadow. Okay. I went the long about way to get to this, but contains a freezing spell that transforms shadows into deadly weapons. When using Shadow Dash, the body will sharpen and damage enemies. Maybe mix that with Dash Master could be an idea? I don't know. That seems weird. That seems weird to me. I don't know how that would work. That is us done with that little bit. Still feel we're missing something somewhere though. What exactly is it I'm missing though? And I think that's me about done in all of this. Where did I stick my dream portal? Because I just want to teleport away. Up there? You know what, it's probably worth it. I'd much rather go through there than down this area. I don't like the deepness. I really don't. I hate it. With a passion, I hate it. Okay, from here. What do I have left to do? I have Kingdom's Edge. Honestly, could have got there very quick from where I just was. I was thinking to myself, fast travel. With the Stag Station, I could have not used the Stag Station, it would have been better. But oh well. Oh well. That is fine. From here, just head down. Head through here, I believe. That almost worked, I just didn't jump high enough. This is fine. I jumped too high there. You know what, parkour, it's my forte, I'm brilliant at it. I promise. Platforming games are exactly my thing. I won't hear otherwise. Sharp Shadow is good for combat, but messes up platforming, does it? Is it possibly worth having in the Trial of Fools in the arena? Could be an idea. Yeah, down here I had hoped I wouldn't fall onto any spikes, but this is we're fine. Just have a quick rest at the bench. Map updated. Let's see. Deep Nest, is it done? Yes, I didn't miss anything. Ancient Basin, I still have something to do. And, no, I will sip. Also, hello. Good to see you again. They're currently trying to do a little bit of wrap up, I guess, before we go fight a boss. I could go fight a boss now. What do y'all reckon? Because, I mean, I could certainly give it a go. I'm feeling like I should be powerful enough. I was just wanting to go over to the Hive and do that. Never enough prep. But apparently there is, after a point, it's a point of no return and you can't go fight this version of the boss. Or something like that again. I can't remember exactly what I've been told. It's just, I've been told by Sekur in the chat. So apparently there is enough prep that you've got all you need, and if you go any further, you've missed out on something. So, maybe I don't want to do everything? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I can buy another Charm Notch. That's for certain. Whereabouts am I exactly? I'm in the City of Tears. Yeah, City of Tears is what I wanted. Go down level, I can go through to the right, have to swim through a puzzle, and we are all sorted. Swim through here. Yeah, this should take us to... What was the area called again? I can't remember. Kingdom's Edge. Also remembered something we can do, which I've not done yet. Which is, I believe, I have my inventory, an elegant key. Yes. I got a vague memory of somewhere in the City of Tears that I can use that for something. Some kind of door. Can entirely say for certain. But yeah, I think there is something. Also, this ground can be collapsed. Hello, ground. I was going to look at the map quick. Because apparently I've not been up. That leads into the Royal Waterways. So I really should. But I've also found a different entrance into the hive. Okay. I found exactly. Visit another charm. A caterpillar is what I found. I can see it in the distance. There we go. I've rescued a caterpillar. What a valiant hero I am. Say protector of the weak. But, I mean, if I collect all of them, I already know what happens, so I don't think protector is quite the right word. They've got plenty of bees. I do love bees. These ones do want to murder me, but I mean, who can blame them, really? They're bees, they're allowed to do what they want. I'll just pogo jump over them, it's mostly fine. Now, what exactly am I going to end up finding up here? Because this is a new area, apparently. There's something definitely up over there. Where am I right now? I don't actually know. I found an area I've not been to yet. Possibly. Yes, okay, open that up. There we go. More importantly, we saw what was almost definitely secret while we were doing that, like, super dash thing. Make my way through to here again. And it was... where is it? Up here. We got these little things making their noise as they do. Just get rid of them. Save another caterpillar. Is that it? That seems to be it. Alright. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. That's only a little caterpillar. So now, go back down into the hive. There is one small bit we've not looked at. Is it something worthwhile? Probably not. Never anything worthwhile, is it? But I can go there regardless. So I might as well. I've got one entrance just next to me into the hive. One you see just there to my right. That is the upper of the two entrances. I think I want the lower one, so I need to go further down. Not into spikes, ideally. Did I ever find the love key? I don't believe so. But it's bound to have a use somewhere. I do have an elegant key, however. Bought that from the shop. I remember finding an elegant lock on the way to, like, that mage guy in the City of Tears, I believe it is. Like the first of the two bosses in that area. The second one's multiple people who are all accumulatively a boss. I think it's in the Queen Garden day. Ah, god, let's go back to Queen Garden. I mean, I'll need to buy all the little not charm things, map notches out of the just map shop. I don't think I had enough money when I went by last. Also, it should be through here is where I've not been. Yeah, this looks new. We got Big Drill Bee, or as some might call it, legally distinct bee drill. All I got was a bench. So that's this done? That looks to be it done, doesn't it? If that's everything linked up on the map. No little hidden passages. There might be stuff hidden in the background. I think that's actually us done everything but the door down here in the abyss. So I'll make my way to the ancient basin next. I'll see if I can get enough of this just lifeblood stuff. I do need to go to the Queen's Garden anyway though. Let's just do this. So whereabouts do you think... And get quack. I do love quacks. I say it every time. I went to place the key was, check my inventory. Trampas, elegant key, simple key, King's Brand, just various upgrades. I don't have a love key. Where would it be? Possibly by the bench on the right? I've not really been down into the right much. I think there might actually be something down that way. Okay, so from here... I've got an idea. There is a place I have missed, yeah, bottom right. I do remember I went down into the left when I dropped through the area, because that felt like the secret way, but it turned out to be the way forward. I'll look at the message in a second, just platforming. Small tunnel to the top. Exits. Okay. I'll have a look. I'll see what I can find and I'll mess up this platforming while I do it. Because platforming is, as I've said before, my forte. I'm simply impeccable at it. Yeah, from here, just go down then to the right. Stag Station through here. I will, just for sake of convenience, drop this here. I don't think I need it where it just was. Yeah, down into the right of this area. I have not been that way just yet. Okay. I think we have been through here. Yeah, this is a fight arena. I've done this. I think I went down there last time. Don't know if I've been this way. Let's just continue dropping this, get a better idea of where I am. I can't drop it in this area, which is peculiar. That means I don't know if I've been here or not. I think I have, and this is the area I need to go to the bottom right of. Yeah, through here. There's also a tree I've just noticed. God damn it, there's a tree. We'll have to do parkour, or platforming, as most would call it. Okay, just make my way through here. This should hopefully lead me to something. Yeah, the love key. There we are. Too long spent together, we become one. I can't do anything to him, let's just attack him. Okay, let's just also go though this area, so it can't just be this. That's like a little hidden piece. has to lead somewhere else, right? Where does it lead? Leads to here. I know this place. Are they still doing this? Yeah. I can get to the Love Tower. That sounds like a mild euphemism, but sure. From here, I want to get to that Queen's Station. I think, anyway. But yeah, no, I'm not going to Deep Nest. That's fine. Ask you if I have any lore questions. I mean, sure. First question. Game's called Hollow Knight. I've been told I'm not the Hollow Knight. Looking at the map. Where is it? That symbol where the final boss is. That looks like the Fountain. Okay? So he was the Hollow Knight. I've been told that this person was made to contain something, but he wasn't as perfect as I'd thought. I'd be better. Does that make me a Hollow Knight? Because I want to be a Hollow Knight, that's all I want. It's kinda lore. It's not entirely lore. It's made to contain the infection. Okay, I thought that much, because infected Crossroads as soon as I started breaking seals. I have to beat him and take the infection. Okay. So, the sacrifice he made as a Hollow Knight is... yeah, fair enough, okay. It's not really spoilers. I knew the infection was coming from it. It was quite apparent when I broke the seals. I just need to go find that stuff. Yeah, it's all good, don't you worry. I did ask. I'm completely fine with spoilers for most part, as long as it's nothing which comes completely out of just the blue, which I wouldn't be able to predict otherwise. Yeah, I appreciate you letting me know. Now, who are you? You're not an enemy. Arms full bugs into their thrall till they just passed the Kingdom's Fall. Caps and shells may fall to dust, but Mr. Mushroom readjusts. Hello, Mr. Mushroom. Just give him a whack. Hello. Is this spoken backwards? No, this is just nonsense speech. He's speaking a few different things though. Okay. Goodbye, Mr. Mushroom, I love you. I didn't know he existed. He's great. He's all I've ever wanted. Like, forget about a toy of, like, the main protagonist of the game. Or the, like, caterpillar, because I know that's the thing that Team Cherry sells as merchandise. I want a Mr. Mushroom toy. Like, massively underrated, clearly. He deserves more. I don't know if he deserves better, but he deserves more. Now, from here, where are we going? We're going to Ancient Basin. I'm going to stick on a bunch of charms for Lifeblood. What is the most I can currently get? I unequip all of them. Can I equip both of these? I can, with little to spare. Okay. Let's see if this is enough Lifeblood. I hope it is. If it's not, how do I get more? I mean, more mask fragments would get me more. More mask fragments I could probably get from the City of Tears, but I mean, look at all that health I've got. Surely this is enough. Got a door I want to open. I will go open the door. It's just the rules of video games. Let's see. Just watch me lose all my health before getting there. It's bound to happen. Also, where did I drop my little teleport? I'll drop it down here. I know where I am, I'm not using it as a compass at this point. I just need to be able to teleport out of here quickly in case I lose all my health. Because I can't heal anymore. Should be just down here? Yes. Is this taking my health or is it counting it? It's counting my health. Okay. I thought this was something to do with lifeblood. Hope I've got enough. Just watch me be one off. Yeah, I'm one off. I called it. I called it. Okay, I'll come back after I've got the last mask fragment. This is fine. Like, what are the chances of being one off? At least I figured out the puzzle. It's not much of a puzzle. But yeah, that is a bit frustrating. I'm with you there in the big no, Rory. But yeah, just make my way back to Stag Station then. To City of Tears next. 'Cause I have a few keys to hand in. Or not really hand in, but use. Let's just quickly rest here. We're gonna get our charms sorted out. Grab quick slash, grab Market Pride. There we go. Travel to... Which station's going to be best? I think probably City Storerooms is closest to what I want. So I'm going to be going to the base of the tower which had like the mage guy who wanted to be invincible or something like that, can't remember. We're going there. That should have the hole for the elegant key, I believe. If I'm remembering correctly anyway. I can buy the fragile heart. I could, that's actually a good point. If I buy the extra health from him, I had the spare slots. That's not a bad shout, Sekiro. What is a bad shout is me just jumping into spikes, but it's to be expected at this point, isn't it? Like, if you didn't think I'd be jumping into spikes, you'd clearly be thinking of a good person at platforming. Which, yeah, we know that's not true. Now, from here... Where did I go for this key? I know I've got the key, but I'm not seeing any passages immediately. It's not the Watcher's Span. I know that much. Is it that possible door right above this bench in the map? I think it is. Because usually it's the kind of symbol for a locked door that has the, like, most of an egg shape, I guess. It's hard to explain exactly what I mean. I don't have a compass, I can't show where I am. Or I do, but I don't ever equip it. Because I don't want to know where I am, that ruins the fun. Yeah, is it up here? Want to say yes. And it is. Elegant key, and it goes. Good to know my memory is working. What have I come across? Come across a man. They're quite simple at this point, actually. I've beaten a few of you in the arena. This is genuinely quite simple, I'd imagine. It's definitely moving about a lot. But, I mean, I've not been hit yet. I don't think it's going to start now. Oh no, never mind. I've been hit once. Damn you. I've been bested. Okay, up here. It better not be a bloody caterpillar. No. Oh. Figure connected to the device. Examine closely. Cool. Jump scare, I guess. And I get Shade Soul, a more powerful spirit. Okay. That's good, because that didn't have a lot of damage before. I'm happy with that. That is very nice. Anyway, that is Elegant Key done. Next, Love Key. Where is the Love Tower? That's not a euphemism. Imagine one of the many doors past the Watcher's Spire. There looks to be a lot of doors there. I don't think I've tried all of them. Can't think what else would have that in it. Well, I do believe if I go to my map, down here? Wasn't down here. Where was it? Is it up that bit? Yeah, that's got a locked door. By the King's Station. Okay, and where have I dropped my teleports? In the Abyss, that's fine. I get a Mask Fragment, that's all good. I know where I'm going. That's fine. That's fine. Got a decent idea of where I am. Decent idea of where I want to be. Hopefully, I don't die on the way. That would be a bit depressing. Only a bit. It'd be somewhat funny as well. I'd be lying if it said it wouldn't be. Because I am being fairly confident in all of this. If I die, I feel it's a bit deserved, isn't it? No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go down. There we go. Not that way. Continue further down, and we are fine. Okay. Could trade in some of our relics. I don't want to. So we're not going to. Yeah, from here, past Fountain, continue going. We just need to keep on going to far right, pretty much, don't we? That's all we've got to do. But eventually, I will become the Hollow Knight. One day. Although then I've got to decide, do I go for 112%? Because I could. It's maybe not inside my capabilities, but I could give it a go. You'll want to see me go for 112%? I might be wasting a bit of time. Because, I mean, as much as I'd like to pretend to be great at games, I mean, I'm not really. I'm mostly passable. And we've got her. Nothing in there, really. She's just going a bit mad. I mean, she's surviving, so she's fine enough. Yeah. From here, I need to go under, then up. Got it. Let's have a quick heal. Past little bugs in this area. Down you go. Down you go. Yeah, I think it's actually up there I want, isn't it? Should be. Oh, you got to go, do you? That's all good. See you about, Sekka. See you about. Apparently this is not the way I needed to go. Apparently way up for. How else would I get into this? Where do I use this key? That's a good question. Been up there now. That was a door that is locked with a key. You can see in the middle of my screen, just above that bench, little door kind of shape. I'm assuming I need to go up there. I guess go out then come back in. We're going to the Kingdom's Edge again. I think it's a bit of a long way round, but you know what? I can do that. That's fine. It's not up here, is it? No. It's up the other way. Just go out. There we go. Yeah, from here. Where are we? Coming from the City of Tears. I perhaps need to go down? No, I surely don't. I need to go up. I can find the thing I'm looking for. I'm very lost currently. Whereabouts am I in this map? I think I know where I am. But how big's the one individual area? Quite large, but I need to go up an extra bit to actually get up. Yeah, this little overhang up here, that would be the somewhat curved area just above my marker. But how many people know where to go? I mean, I barely know where to go myself. I'm trying my best to figure it out. But I'm mostly just stumbling along. I'm just happening to find stuff I haven't been at yet. Getting very lucky with my exploration. Not skill, don't you worry. Yeah, up here, ow, that hurt. Should be just out this way, right? Not there. That's pain. That's pain to be had here. Heal up again. Is it down that bit? Must. I've not been here before, I think. Don't want to go down. That seems wrong. Let's go up first. It's up where I want to go. I just need to find an exit out to the left. This seems probably not like the right way to go. Where am I now? Okay, no, I've gone way too far up. Yeah, I know where I am on this map. I can't describe it very well to you. It's a map. But yeah, I need to go down here. This is where I need. Use the key. There we are. Love key has been used. Before I go into there, quick look down here, we should have some doors to unlock. There's an empty jar. Interesting. Open that key, or not key, open that gate. That does help. That lets us fast travel. Slightly, not really fast travel. Opens a shortcut, that's what I was looking for. That is the word I wanted. Yeah, this is a lot of things trapped in jars. Not necessarily kind things, but a lot of them have suffocated, seemingly. I can hear what sounds to be a caterpillar. What are you? The Collector. Are you a boss then, I'd imagine? He's just chucking out enemies at me, seemingly. Not very tough enemies. Maybe they get tougher. I don't know. No, they all seem pretty weak. Let's just murder him a bit. He's currently in the staggered phase. And yeah, he's a bit hard to predict. I don't deal well on jumping enemies. That's one kind of enemy I've just not been able to deal with this whole game. Like, whatever jump attack an enemy has will hit me like 50% of the time. This guy's about to kill me, isn't he? Yeah. Damn it. I don't like being beaten by that man. I feel bad being beaten by him. Wait, which station am I at? Might be city storeroom, I'd better not be. Did I forget to sit at another bench? I'm a goddamn city storeroom, oh no. I'm miles away. Oh god. Well, we've got quite a journey ahead of us. Die. drop my teleporty thing somewhere? Please say I did. Okay, I did. Thank God. I don't have to go the whole way. I can just teleport. That's fine. I'll place a new teleport thing just outside his room. Oh god, yeah, it's a lot of map. I've gotten used to it. I've gone through this whole game without using any of the like compass stuff at all. All I've got is the little portal you put down as a vague guide for where I am. I am enjoying playing it this way. I shouldn't be. I'm putting myself through unneeded stress, but I'm enjoying it. So, I mean, I'm gonna keep doing it. Yeah, as soon as I get a bit... Please charge up my shade. Okay, as soon as I get a bit closer... In fact, no, drop it here next to my shade. Just so I can get back quicker next time. Yeah, now we've got the way back I wanted. How to fight this guy again? I don't know if Dream Shield's really the best to use against him. I think I'd rather be able to have, as daft as it sounds, little flies from the glowing room. Sounds quite useful. Yeah, I'm getting a bit more used to this guy. You dodge under him once and that's it. I've very much overestimated him when I fought him. I've also just noticed the soundtrack from boss is all distorted. It's a lovely touch. Yeah, this is going a lot better now that I've got his attacks somewhat figured out. Just murder him. They're perfectly good to just murder. But it's about justified, so it's fine. I mean, is it justified? I would say he's attacking us, but I don't know what he's doing. He's just jumping around like a maniac. It's like me in a lot of games. Because for some reason jumping makes you feel like you're going quicker. Some games it actually does make you go quicker. It's not many games, usually it's just spamming the dodge button makes you go quicker. Also my Dream Shield broke him out with a stagger. That's a shame. Would have liked to have healed there. But so be it. Is that him gone? Yeah, it is. I feel a bit bad just beating that now. Oh god. Okay. Well, down he goes. What was he? He didn't seem like a physical thing, he seemed to be like one of the shadows from deeper down. But I do get to rescue a few caterpillars. They're all actual caterpillars. I've gotten the collector's map. Okay. Oh yeah, Hollow Knight has some great sound design. I do love it. Yeah, now I've got the collector's map. That shows me where grubs are, right? Apparently missed 2 in Kingdom's Edge. The areas I thought I'd completed, I don't seem to have missed many. I've missed 1 in either Deep Nest or Fungal Waste. I'm thinking that's Deep Nest. In general, I'd say I've done quite well. I've missed, I think that's 3 grubs overall. I've done a good job, I'm proud of myself. Look at that. Well, guess go collect the last of the grubs. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. Now, I don't want to go down to Deep Nest, so we'll do Kingdom's Edge first. That's probably not a nicer place, but I just don't like Deep Nest. I don't like creepy crawly sounds. They're designed to be unsettling, and they do unsettle me. Have you ever found an insect which makes the noises that you hear down in Deep Nest? Then honestly, I'm quite worried. Because that means those noises actually exist out there in the world. And I wasn't aware of it, then I would. Anyway, from here, go up to the right. Got it. Makes sense, yeah. Like, some noises are made to be unsettling. They are usually unsettling. I'm fine when it comes to actual insects and that. Like, only things I don't really like is either your very large or very small, like centipedes and that. And interesting. The game context-wise, you can appreciate it, yeah. I mean, it makes sense what we've gone for. Is this not where the bug is? Like when bugs go fast. Fast bugs are fine enough for me. It's once they get beyond a certain size, I don't like them. Like, for some things, fair enough. Like, you can get your tarantulas and that, that's reasonable enough. You get large spiders, you get other large animals. That's fine by me. I'm not arachnophobic or anything. I'm all good. Once you get to like the... what's it? It's the huntsman spider you get in Australia, where just regularly become as about the size of a dinner plate. Yeah, no, I don't appreciate that. That's not nice. I don't want them to be that large. Yeah, like moths. Small moths, perfectly fine. Big moths depends how big you're speaking. Are you meaning big moths as in giant ones larger than your hand? Or do you mean big moths as in just slightly larger ones, maybe the size of your thumb? Because size of your hand moths or bigger, I'm alright with, but I wouldn't want to be in the same room as. It's like when there's a spider you've noticed in your room. It's quite a chunky spider, and then you lose sight of it, it's disappeared somewhere. Where's it gone? You don't want that in your room. Yeah, big. Hand big. Okay. I think they're cool. Again, wouldn't want them in my room. There's a lot of things I can appreciate, but I want to have myself distanced from. I feel that's an understandable opinion to have, right? Like children. Like, I don't want to be anywhere near a child. Sounds terrible. See those in the zoo. Probably not for children. I'm hoping you're not on about the children one. Although you would see them in the zoo, just not in the enclosures. Anyway, let's fight this guy. He seems like a mean one. Mr. Grinch, as they say. Is that the song lyrics? I can't remember. I don't know the lyrics to that song.
Bill, mine.
And yeah, this man, don't know quite what he's doing, but he gives me a chance to heal. Ah, it's between phases, is what it was. Hello, my good sir, can you come back? I just need to murder you. Just very quickly. Like my good man, let me murder you. Okay, go back out. Okay, this is fine. He's a bit of a pain to fight. It's a good example of why dream shields are good.
Bill, mine.
Now is my chance to heal. Can't hit me as is. Oh, and he was one hit away. I should have just hit him. Brilliant. Yeah, children are a bit of an anomaly, as far as I'm concerned. Some of them are just lovely to be around. Some of them are arseholes. Then you just got some who don't do anything. You're thinking, are they okay? Are we meant to be this quiet? Aren't we supposed to be moving? Like, we're not dead, don't get me wrong, I've not been around dead children. But some of them are just weird. I can never understand them. Never have I been defeated in combat. I can see myself there, still sleeping. How long have I been hidden here? Here at the edge of the world, no one could find me except you. Warriors, knights, kings, even time itself have no power over me, only you. You're the darkness come to consume me. Well, that's rather melodramatic, but sure. I've now got enough dream juice to upgrade my thing. Also, I'm glad I noticed that area wasn't explored, because I almost completely missed that area. Also, I've gone into a bit of a bad spot here. Not a secret, is it? No. Okay, from here, go down to the right again. G6. I say I've got it. I don't. I'm pretty sure I'm lost. But I've got it, I promise. It's all good. Let's make my way through. Ignore big jumpy fellows. They're big and they're jumpy. But that's all. They're fine. Also, I've been in here, haven't I? Here? Ah, there's Nailmaster. That's who was in here. Okay, so from here go down, apparently. That'd be kinda cute, but big jumpy things. I mean, the smaller ones I can somewhat agree with, but the bigger ones? I mean, each to their own. I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong in thinking something's cute. Just because I don't personally agree. Friend-shaped. You know what? Sure. The fact we do try and stomp on you though is a bit much. I do not enjoy being stomped on, that's not my kind of thing. Where's this caterpillar? Supposedly a caterpillar somewhere here. Is he in the ground? Fair request. Yeah. Where is this caterpillar from? I'm quite lost. I've gone down. Have I gone too far down? Okay, let's go to the map. Kingdom's Edge. You aren't able to zoom in any better than that, are you? No. It sounds like he should be just through there. I can hear him. He's down. Okay. I'm glad I checked that. I would have been there for a while. Just searching. Now, how do I get down? Not any ground to go through, is there? Not seeing any ground rumbling or anything. Is there a better way to get to him? I don't know. We're gonna get him, I promise. We're not leaving without the caterpillar friend. Arguably, it would be better for him if we did. I won't spoil anything. We're just reuniting him with his dad. That's all we're doing. Probably. Yep, and he's going to be completely fine. If you do know what happens, don't spoil it for anyone who doesn't. It's just the rules. Yeah, the rancid egg's not great. You can't even make a rancid omelette out of it. It just lets you get your stuff back if you ever die and lose all your money. It's not particularly useful. I've got... how many do I have? I've got 15. Get a caterpillar. From there... is that everything? Yes. Last place is down in Deep Nest. I do not like Deep Nest. But we should go there. Best place to go from here if I want to escape. Probably back to King's Station. It's a bit of a way to travel. But I'd say it's the best way to go if I want to escape. Just try and go past him, there we go. I don't need to fight him, so I won't. I'm allowed to be a pacifist when I need to be, or when I want to be. When I can't bother not being a pacifist. Or actually. Although these things do need to die. Sorry little bumblebee, you got caught in the crossfire. Just these ones that spit out projectiles are horrendous. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm glad I made you laugh with something. I don't even know what these eggs are though. Like, it doesn't seem to come from any kind of creature that I've found. If we have a look at them in the inventory, like they're all covered in goo. Apparently quite fatty. I don't know. They're generally not considered edible though, says the item description. Which I'd say is an apt description. Offered something which looked like that, would you eat it? I wouldn't. Like, I definitely wouldn't. And yeah, from here, just I'll retrace my steps, that's fine. I don't need to do anything fancier than retracing my steps. Just gonna go up. We are fine. Just try not to take too much damage. I'm fine enough to take a bit of damage just to be a bit quicker. But try not to die is generally a good way to survive in these games. Not sure if that was obviously apparent or not. And from how I play it, it can sometimes be a bit difficult to grasp. Not that I'm playing in a way that I'm intending to lose or anything, it's just I'm not the best at surviving at times. I tend to just be a bit overly confident in bypassing enemies. Then I don't ever try and just defeat them, instead I just try and run around them if I ever can. I'm lazy, more than anything. Which is fine, you're allowed to be lazy. At least I hope you are. If you're not, then I've got some people to apologise to. Oh, who? Who would be leading a forty on lazy? It's a weird thing to be saying. I'm speaking nonsense, I do apologise. I do that from time to time. But yeah, what do we do now? We have some stuff we could get. I don't know how we get it all. But nonsense goes a long way, I guess. I think it's probably Queen's Station we want, isn't it? Yeah, Queen's Station, then we go to get that grub, wherever it is. I'm thinking it's in Deep Nest. It has to be Deep Nest, right? Surely. Don't know what that means. I guess you'd say so do I. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, just talking nonsense is better, I feel, than having just an empty void of nothing happening. Because, I mean, some people who start out streaming, I have noticed, because I go along to a few smaller ones occasionally, just out of curiosity, they don't tend to really grasp the idea that if people want to be there for the game, they can be just watching a YouTube video of it compiled much nicer than what you're currently doing. If you're starting out and it's completely unedited, you need to be interacting with people, you need to be talking about at least some nonsense to keep them occupied. I don't know if that's the same for everyone. Like, at least to me, I prefer not having just an empty void of there's nothing going on, there's nothing to be said, therefore I'm not speaking. It's not something that you really come across often in streamers, but when you do, you really do notice it. Still don't understand half the things I say sometimes. Like, that's not an excuse for me just speaking nonsense. Because, yeah, there is some real nonsense that comes out of my mouth at times. Also, someone who I don't know if you've seen before, just get him to turn around. He's my favourite man. I found out he existed today. I can't remember if you were here when I came across him. He's lovely. He speaks mushroom language, whatever that is. Love the guy. I wouldn't get rid of him for anything. But who even comes up with that character? He doesn't have to exist. I don't know when he started existing, but he's amazing. I love him so much. Yeah, character design at its peak. Character doesn't even do anything. Doesn't talk to you in any significant capacity. He's just there, vibing. And he is the best part of this game so far to me. I go down here. Should be down this way. Quickly check the map. Yeah, down here and across to the right immediately. If I fall down the hole. Or, no, I've got the wrong spot. It's further across. Okay, go up this way. Then we go down. You ready to dash? Go! Ah, Grim Giraffe, hello! I see you've added points in towards the Femboy Friday. It will happen eventually. We're about halfway there now, a bit over. And I'm a bit worried about that. Because, I mean, the maid outfit's not the most comfortable thing. Yeah, this grub is somewhere in this area. Seems he's in here. Hello, grub? Where are you? There you are. That's us collected all of these now, hopefully. Just break all of them open. One of them's got to be real, among all these fakes. There we go. Well, all of the grubs have been saved. Lovely. Saved is definitely the right word. Where is my portal? I want to get out of Deep Nest, please. I hate Deep Nest. Still in the Tower of Love. Okay, we're just gonna leave. There we go. Do we hate the creepy crawly sounds? They're really not a fun time in my mind. Yeah, I think that is us ready to go fight the final boss pretty much. Got one last thing I've got to do, which is go out to here back to the station, and we've got to collect the rewards from the grubs. There is a Colosseum of Fools. We need to do that at some point. I can hand in the Dreamnail stuff. That, I believe, unlocks me some somewhat post-game content, so I'll do that later. Yeah. That's not where I want to go. I want to go to Stag Station. Stag Station is in here. I was just wondering. I do that at times in games. I never know quite where I'm going. Yeah, from here we want probably Dirtmouth is the closest. We should be considerably rich after this. So if we hand in all of these bugs, we're going to really appreciate it as person's father. Also something I said I did need to do. I need to buy the last of the stuff from here. Buy that, buy these. How many more are there? Only 2. That's fine. Just want to have the pins so I know where all the landmarks are, because I've committed to not using any, and I mean any, of the abilities given to me through having a compass. Is it silly? Yes. Would it significantly help with navigating around the areas? Almost definitely. Am I going to use it? No. Of course not. Don't be mad. Anyway, to Mr. Caterpillar Man, we should have saved all of them. Just listen to them all cheering me on. Yeah, I've got their father up there. Okay. He's a lovely man. Look at him, so generous giving me this money for rescuing, presumably, his children. This game is great, the fact that they all shout out to you. Yeah. I don't even know what I'm getting here, but they all appreciate it. Somewhat hoping I get some mask fragments, so I kinda want more health. And I think that's it. Pale ore, I can upgrade my nail. Grubberfly's elegy. King's Idol. What's that charm do? What's it gonna do for me? As gratitude grubs, you'll move on to the next stage of their lives. Use weapons of a holy strength. The bearers at full health will fire beams of white hot energy from their nail. Sounds amazing. I kinda want it. Yeah, now to show you what happens. Because I think we go out and immediately head back in. No, it's fine. We need to go through a loading area first. Let me go back up to Dartmouth, then we'll come back. And we're gonna have a fun time ahead of us. We're gonna have a grand old time. Head out to Dartmouth. Quick rest at a bench in case that matters. Yeah, we're gonna go back. Older guy threw money at someone. It's Fuke. If this is Fuke, well, no, don't make the comparison for what I'm about to show you. If it is what I think it is anyway, it doesn't have some other kind of prerequisite, then yeah, don't compare this to Fuke. Where are all the caterpillars gone? I wonder. You hear them? Your little whimpers in there. Well, I had to show it. That is the only times we get those woos. I don't ever hear those wooing again. And I think it's safe to assume he ate them. I don't know what else he would have done. I don't like the fact. I very much don't like the fact, but I think he did. Well, that's that. Also, I've got a spider charm I do kind of need to test out. It needs 2 slots, so goodbye long nail, I guess. But no, quick slash. I can do this. That's better than anything else, right? I have to put that in the game. I don't know. Don't ask me. I was half tempted to not collect all of them, simply so that wouldn't have happened. But no, I felt it was my duty to collect all the grubs. As much as I do not enjoy it. Have I bought everything in this town now? I don't know, but I can go down here. Oh. Mr. Shopkeeper. So, another would join our group. I have a gift for you, warrior. As a shopkeeper, I admit parting with it for free is rather difficult. But, as a great nail sage, I must recognise your skill. have mastered the arts of my remaining pupils. Now tradition decrees you too may hold the symbol. Wear it proudly, Nailmaster. You shall be the last to receive its link. Bow to him. And read his thoughts. These refined weapons, the battles of Geo are much deadlier. Shopkeeper, all the way through. But he's given me something. Off you go, Nailmaster, I have nothing more to give you. Nothing for free at least. I'll be up briefly and eager to take your Geo and trade for my precious wares. What does that do? That strikes me as a good pin. Costs 1. Greatly increases... Oh no, it doesn't greatly increase. Increases the bearer's mastery of nail arts, allowing them to focus their power faster than unleash arts sooner. Sounds actually quite nice. Because currently that's how long it takes, but it does do extra damage. Annoyingly though, that doesn't seem to fire off the projectile. It's only the basic attack fires off a projectile. So that's certainly something to consider. Next thing to consider is, do I have enough money on me to finish upgrading my mill? If I go to city storerooms, I can make my way down and get my nail to the highest tier, the highest damage I could possibly get. I mean, I've got to do it if I've got the chance. I believe the last upgrade costed 2,000, so 4,000 should be plenty. I'll get to like 4,500 just in case though. So I do want to make sure I have enough. Especially if I've got this ranged attack, I'll be able to get it quite safely. Look at that. That did a good job. I need to see if there's any synergies with this. Because, honestly, it does go quite well. Maybe mixing it with the Grub song would work. And I've been hit. Okay, there goes my little laser blast thing. That's a shame. Yeah, making my way down. Got 4,500 now. Which way's better to go? Probably just straight down here. I think this is the quicker route. I hope it's a quicker route, because I'm going this way. Let's just get rid of him from a distance. Very nice to be able to do that. Doesn't do the most damage ever though. That's the only thing. For how many slots it takes up, you do need to be at full health to actually get use out of it. Does that mean it might be worth adding a little buffer on, so that I have the lifeblood take a bit of damage for me? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, we've only got a couple places that we really need to go here. One of them, of course, Mr. Nailsmith. We need to get our weapon upgraded to final tier. We need to have the best possible weapon. Not for any real reason, just because I want it. I mean, better damage is always good, right?
Ah, Ranjo Stenja.
Oh, you've returned. So you have some pale ore, rare fine metal, that. Give me the ore and some geo for my efforts and I'll reforge your nail to make it stronger. 4,000. That should be us.
Jonsha.
As you wish, I'll get to work then. There we go. Our nail is top tier now.
Garadel Akari.
It's done, the reforging is done. Your nail is much stronger than it used to be, as strong as it could ever be. In your weapon, and only your weapon, have I seen such potential. Finally, I behold the majesty of a pure nail. To think this moment has come upon me so soon. I must step outside a moment. Okay. Oh. My life's work is achieved. What more is left?
Ranjo
Pure Nail
Stenja.
Forge, my work in this lifetime comes to an end. The only remaining desire is to see and feel the nail strike true. I beg you, cut me down. It's my final moment in life. I want to taste the blade's exquisite edge. For all this time, all this toil, haven't I earned it? Put a poll up in the chat. Do we? Or do we not? Let's see. Strike him down. Yeah, just yes and no as responses. And it will last a minute. There we go. We now have a poll. Do we fight him? Do we just hit him, kill him with his own nail? Do we just ignore his request and leave him be? I mean, we could do either. This is his alleged life work. He wanted to be struck down by it. But surely that's too cruel. He's helped us out a lot. I'm not going to push him off, no, I'd hit him with the nail, is what I'd do. But I don't know if I want to, because he's just a blacksmith. He's helped us out a lot. He's achieved his life goal. Surely he could just have a nice retirement. Thankfully, you don't have to make that decision. Well, it's been decided yes, apparently, in the chat. Okay. Look, I understood the one with like caterpillars. We got a reward out of it. We don't get a reward from doing this. It's alright. There we go. I will say, if we had spared him, we'd have found him later on, getting into art instead. But that's what you voted for. It's what you voted for. He would have been happily getting into art, being painted by a man. But no, you wanted me to murder him. Can't believe you, chat. How could you? Could have gone on to have a happy retirement. But that's it. It's all you, yes, John. But it was a poll for chat to take part in. So, I mean, you're all guilty as far as I'm aware. But yeah, I actually need to get a bit of money from up here, quick. Let's go up, we need to trade in our whatever the hells we've got.
Found me
Oh,
Arcus.
give me money. Left for a second, so you missed it.
Liasoken.
Well, he's dead. That's it. We've murdered the blacksmith. In cold blood, might I add. He would have gone on to have a lovely career in painting with another man. It would have been lovely to come across him again. But no, he's dead. That's fine. Blame John if you want to blame anyone. So apparently he's willing to accept full responsibility. Although, I personally blame you all. Because it was a poll for all of chat. So, regardless of whether you took part in it or not, he's gone. There were 2 votes. It's a yes and no. But, okay. That's murder. No, come on. You can't say that. There's only the one person voted, but there were 2 options for it. My vote was no. But that was only going to be if there was a tie. I didn't want to murder him. But I mean, he's gone now. the last place we need to go is map, Forgotten Crossroads. The best way to get there, probably Resting Grounds. We're gonna finish up upgrading everything that needs upgraded. Grab the last notch for my charms. Then we'll leave it for Thursday to continue. Where I'm thinking we'll probably start by trying to beat the False Knight, the dream version of the man. We'll then beat the final boss. Then we'll go on to post-game stuff. Post-game stuff being, I'm thinking probably past that door, which you need the lifeblood to get through. So yeah, we're gonna do that. First level. Hello. I have the nail. Time has come, Dream Nail, and you as well, Wielder. It's time for you both to awaken. The essence you've collected, the hope that still remains in this old kingdom, pure potential. Let it course through you and into the Dream Nail. Hold it aloft, Wielder. Awaken. Nail is upgraded and break into even the most protected mind. Aha, yes. No dream can hide itself from you now. You can peer into the darkest places, so you need to find the right crack. What do you do with such power, Wielder? Whose memories will you hunt down? Ha! Do as you wish. My promise is fulfilled. The crimes of my tribe be washed away in time, like the rest of this kingdom's. Yeah, I can't poke any deeper into your mind. That's a shame. Well, from here I want to go get the last of my charm notches, so down this way. I go up here, I believe this is the quickest way across. There we go. Probably just do this again, honestly. I think this should about take me to where I want to go. Yeah, this is the tram station. Take this, then go down. Set that. I don't actually know what's in this tram station. I've been in here before, apparently. But is it just the tram? I imagine so. Yeah, it seems to be. Well, through this way we'll get the last of the charm notches. Then we'll just leave the stream, like I say. We'll need to pick up with the start of the final boss, then the post-game content of the finaler bosses and such. Because yeah, this game, it's not quite done yet. There's still a lot it has to offer us. Make my way through. Visiting this woman. I think that should be us cleared her out of her stock. There we go. And oh, I can get another one. I can get her blessing if I collect more charms. I don't know what that means, but I can buy it later. Dear dear, I really must hold together, must appear calm, this creature is just divine. Well, that's good to know, I guess. If I equip the grub song, does this make this any better? No, probably not. Well, that is all for now then. I am enjoying this game. I'm glad I've gotten around to playing it. I hope you've all enjoyed as well. I certainly have appreciated the company. But yeah, I'll be continuing with this on Thursday if you do want to come by. Same time as usual. But for now, that is me. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, or evening, or whatever it might be for you. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. And you too, Nyeki.